My name is Sai Shri. I build battery packs in Aurora, Illinois. Behind me are 16 sodium ion cells, no lithium, no cobalt, a fundamentally different chemistry. This is part one of documenting something that, as far as I can tell, has never been done in the United States before. A complete DIY sodium ion 48 volt home battery pack built here, tested here, documented completely.
I left the charger running overnight. This is what I found in the morning. One cell had triggered overvoltage protection and stopped the entire pack at 54.84 volts. 15 of 16 cells never reached full charge. Here is everything the data showed and what we learned from it. Before connecting the charger, this is where the pack was sitting. Pack voltage, 42.63 volts. State of charge, 49%. Zero current. Two monitoring systems running. The Seplos Bluetooth app on the phone and battery monitor V2.1.12 on the laptop, connected via RS485 on COM7. Cell01 came into this charge 335 millivolts above the pack average, a pattern we first saw in Part 2 during QA testing. Cell07 is the lowest cell at 2.566 volts. That 413 millivolt spread between highest and lowest is what we are tracking throughout this session. The charger is a 58.4 volt 20 amp unit. The same target voltage works for NaFP. Both chemistries charge to 3.65 volts per cell maximum. 16 cells in series gives 58.4 volts. No custom charger needed for sodium ion at this configuration. The charger uses an M8 adapter cable connecting to the P- and P+ terminals on the Seplos front panel. Charger is unplugged from the wall at this point. Red to positive, black to negative. Always confirm polarity before touching the wall outlet. Current 17.79 amps. The charger is at full output. State of charge 49.8%. Pack voltage 43.85 volts and rising. Warnings N. The BMS has accepted the charge current. Constant current phase has begun. Two independent systems confirming the same data. The phone via Bluetooth showing the app, the laptop via RS485 showing battery monitor. Both show 17.79 amps flowing. Both show Cell01 as the highest cell. Both show no warnings. Here is what the data showed across the overnight session. The charger held 17.79 amps constant throughout. Pack voltage climbed steadily. State of charge moved from 49% at 9:45 p.m. to 87% by midnight. Temperature stayed between 17 and 20 degrees Celsius throughout. No thermal concern at any measured point during the charge phase. The cell voltage delta, the gap between Cell01 and Cell07, briefly narrowed to 372 millivolts at 76% state of charge. Then it widened again as Cell01 accelerated toward the top of the charge curve. By midnight, Cell01 was at 3.38 volts, and the delta had reached 472 millivolts. The passive balancer requires a cell to reach 3.75 volts before it activates. Only Cell01 was approaching that level. At some point between midnight and 6:21 a.m., Cell01 reached its overvoltage threshold and the BMS stopped charging. When I checked the pack in the morning, this is what I found. Cell 1 at 3.8475 volts. Pack voltage 54.84 volts. Other 15 cells sitting between 3.35 and 3.42 volts. They did not reach full charge. The BMS reported 100% state of charge after the OVP event, which is a consequence of how the BMS handles OVP cutoff, not a true full charge. The pack stopped at 54.84 volts, not the target 58.4 volts.
I contacted Seplos about the BMS parameters. They confirmed the parameters were correctly set for this pack before shipment. The OVP at 3.95 volts is intentional. I also contacted Hikari. Joy confirmed this voltage behavior is within the normal range for their NaFP 210 amp-hour cells. The recommended procedure for future builds is to discharge and recharge each cell individually before assembly to pre-equalize them. That is a lesson we are applying to the next build. The path forward is multiple charge and discharge cycles. Each cycle, the passive balancer bleeds Cell 01 down at the top of charge. Over 3 to 5 cycles, the delta should progressively close. Cell 01 is not a defective cell. It has a slightly different capacity characteristic that the balancer will address over time.
Part 6 covers the controlled discharge and second charge cycle, where we see whether the delta between Cell 01 and the rest of the pack is starting to close. That comparison data is the most useful thing we can publish for anyone evaluating sodium-ion chemistry for real-world storage. Subscribe so you see it when it drops. The full charge session data log is in the description. Every reading we took from 9:10 p.m. through the morning. All 16 cell voltages at every checkpoint. If you are evaluating sodium-ion for home storage, the datasheet is linked below as well. Founders Batch is open. First 20 units, $199 fully refundable deposit. Ships from Aurora, Illinois.